ripped out of my seat and thrown to the floor. That's some K-drama shit. The revenge was served cold and it was hot tea for us. Drama. Thank you for all the support. Girl, stop working things out. Hi. So, I'll be reading more Reddit posts. There will be three today, okay? One will be like a revenge plot, and this revenge is revenging, okay? It is very satisfactory. And the last two, see how I did this too. And the last two is more of an am I an asshole? Reddit post, okay? Please judge with me and comment your opinion or text me. Let's go. The time I waited for revenge. This is the title, tagline. Hi. Okay, this is a long one. Okay, like long. दिख नहीं रहा. Long one. Hi. I'm a 25-year-old female, and this is my revenge story. Though brief,
Brief?
still satisfying in my opinion. So this happened back in middle school. 8 9. 8 9 is middle school, right? I had a pretty shitty middle school life. Best friend from elementary school completely stabbed me in the back first year and became friends with these two chicks who bullied me for no reason. I minded my own business, like a normal person should. Didn't make trouble for myself, did my work, made new, healthier friends. But for some strange reason, people enjoyed picking on me. I guess it was because I was friends with the people who weren't assholes who got off on making other people's life completely miserable or something.
लाइक कहाँ है इतने बुली? अब मेरे स्कूल में भी थे, मेरे से ऐसे पाला नहीं पड़ा, सो आई डोंट नो मे बी, बट थे. मैं कहाँ थी?
But there was this one girl, and I remember it perfectly, even to this day, how things went. Let's get started. One day in math class, I was doing my work, minding my own business, chatting it up with my friends next to me. Now, there was this group of kids in the back of the class. Don't know what they were talking about, but for some reason, out of nowhere,
And remember this.
I didn't provoke or start any of this. OP is saying this. I was violently grabbed by my hair, ripped out of my seat, and thrown to the floor. That's some K-drama shit. The kids in the back were laughing, while every other normal person was like,
What the fuck just happened?
I just laid there. I just laid there. I just laid there. I just laid there. What exactly did I do to this chick to deserve her to do that? And you know what? She was expecting no. No itching for a reaction out of me. When I told you these people seem to get off on bullying people, they legit look like they did. They legit look like they did. Like, it was gross how excited they get. But instead of screaming, crying, or attacking her, I got up, sat back down in my seat, and went right back to my work. Which, telling by everyone else's reaction, was unexpected. Could I have done something to her? Hell yeah, I could have. Good for you. This bitch had a massive forehead and a hairline that went as far back as her one branched bloodline. I need to read this again to take it all in. That bitch had a massive forehead and a hairline that went as far back as her one branched bloodline. The burn. The kid who bullied others in my school was just ugly as shit. Like, they had to have been inbreed or something because the gene pool wasn't kind to these little shitheads. Okay. But back on topic. Back on topic. I could have insulted her so badly that she shit her pants and never recovered. I mean, I have had times where I've thrown some pretty clever insults back at other bullies that left them looking like they were on the verge of either crying or crapping themselves with anger. I could have knocked her ass out with one hit because she wasn't that strong. I could have done anything, but I didn't. And you'll find out why. Why? There's a saying that revenge is best served cold. Well, from what I take from that is revenge is best when you wait it out and strike at the perfect time. And I did, and I didn't get in any trouble for it. So let's see what happens. About a week or two had passed. We were in science and we were partnered up. She had completely forgotten about what she had done. So her guard was down. We went out to the hall to do our work and it was completely empty. No cameras around, not any staff member, and the classroom door was shut. I am excited. She was doing her own dipshit thing. I need to jot all of these down. Shining her forehead and everything. And I turned to her and said,
Hey, you remember when you threw me to a floor a while back?
her.
Oh, yeah, that shit was fucking great. I'm pretty sure I ripped some of your hair out. Hey, no hard feelings, right?
Me.
Yeah, well, you did rip some of my hair out. But yeah, no hard feeling.
I know. Then, the next second, I grabbed her by her hair and slammed her head into a locker, actually leaving a dent in the floor. Door. How hard that have to be? I didn't do it hard enough to give her a concussion or anything. The door? I wasn't out there trying to seriously injure her or anything, right? But definitely enough to where she got it through that bowling pin head of hers that
I'm not the bitch you wanna fuck with. I'm the bitch that'll wait until you're alone and vulnerable and strike your ass hard.
oh. I actually think before I act, unlike these dumbasses. She's calling me out. I told her that I could have done a lot worse than that, but I didn't want to. I could have ripped her nappy ass hair out of her pinhead skull, but I didn't. She shouted at me, asking me why I waited, why I have been holding back this entire time, and it's when the teacher came out was when she found out why. The teacher looked at us, and instead of asking me what I did, he asked her. She had a habit of starting shit and getting in trouble while I didn't really do anything but my work in class. She told him I attacked her and I should seriously get an Oscar because I gave him this look like
This bitch is insane. I was just doing my work.
I told him I was working, and she started calling me a bitch and the S word. And saying that when she threw me to the ground a few weeks back, that she had ripped some of my hair out and thought it was hilarious. Then she threatened to get me in trouble by throwing herself into the locker. Surprisingly, he believed every word I said to him, and she got in trouble. I mean, it wasn't technically a lie. I just left out a few parts and a tiny fib at the end. She's so savage. I want to be her friend. Or do I? I'm scared. I don't feel bad for what I did. I have no reason to. You don't randomly attack someone and expect to go unpunished, which I feel, in a sense, I taught that to her. You don't go around in life bullying and harassing other people and thinking they'll just accept it. That's not how the real world works. And I know what people might say.
Bullied kids also have difficult lives too.
Okay, but that doesn't give them or anyone the right to try to make someone else's life more miserable than it already is. My life has never, ever been easy, and I continue to struggle every day. My life was actually the worst out of any of these dipshits could ever had. But did I spend my life days beating up and insulting others? No, mainly because I was raised by a mother who'd beat the shit out of me if she saw or heard that I was bullying other kids. She taught me that you never start fights, but your ass better be ready to end one if you're forced into it, and that's what I did, and that's what she deserved. I like her. I think I do. Is this well deserved? I think it is. But I think she did get a concussion. I don't know if this story is real or not because it's not possible कि कोई देखा नहीं या कैमरा ना okay it's possible कि कोई कैमरा ना हो या but teacher will take into consideration कि you did something because a person won't hit them that hard until they are a psychopath. She might be a psychopath because the bully because she started a fight at first, but I'm not sure. But the revenge was served cold and it was hot tea for us. Next, I'll be doing Am I an Asshole? See, I was going through Reddit and I was thinking, ki, what can be juicier than all of this? I think I should judge people. So I'll be judging if they are an asshole or not. Let's get into it. Number one. Okay, the first one.
Am I the asshole for leaving a wedding early?
Let's see. I, 25-year-old female, and my partner Alex, 24 male, went to his brother's wedding, Luke, 30-year-old male, wedding this past weekend. and I left early, which has caused a lot of drama with his family. Drama. I have been dating Alex for 3 years and we have been living together for two. I think I'm pretty close with his family. I go to every holiday. We visit his parents very often. His mom very often takes me out for lunch and we run errands together. I talk to Luke and their sisters both almost every day. We house dog sit for Luke and Tanya, 30-year-old female. Luke's now wife. So OP is dating Alex and Luke is dating Tanya, but now they are married. Okay. Luke is the brother of Alex. So you can say like future brother-in-law of OP. I talk to Tanya all the time. We go out for coffee dates, etc. We are pretty close.
I think
Anyways, the wedding. I am Alex's plus one. He's a groomsman. I'm not invited to the ceremony, but that's all right. I figured there's limited space. I arrived to a reception and the plan was that I was sitting with Alex and Luke's and also Tanya's parents since I know them both pretty well. Change of plans. Last minute, I am actually moved to a table in the corner with the DJ and whichever cooks and servers were taking their break at that time. I will admit I was hurt and feeling anxious since the reception was huge and I wasn't around anyone I knew. I am pretty socially anxious in crowds and with strangers, but I sucked it up and made small talks and was pleasant in general because it's not my day. And she also added that I dressed up for the wedding. I had my dress approved by the bride beforehand, Tanya, but I wore makeup and did my hair and generally looked much nicer than usual. The bride is very upset that family, which includes her now husband, and commented that I looked nice, and that seemed to be the root problem. After dinner, parents' table was only about three-fourths full because some couldn't make it, so they invited me over. I go to sit with them, but Tanya pulled me aside and said, I can't sit at the family table because photographers will be taking photos. Alex tries to come dance with me, but Tanya tells him that he should stay at the wedding party table so that it isn't empty for photos. What? Luke, the groom, eventually asks if I want to dance with him since I have been sitting alone and he considers me his oldest little sister and he wants to dance with all of his family members at the wedding. This Tanya. But Tanya rushed in after about 30 seconds of dancing and pulled him away for something important. Jealous? I was getting the hint at this point. It was pretty clear. I wasn't very welcome here. But I still don't know why. I got Alex quick to say I wasn't feeling well, and I'd see him at home. I made my goodbyes, congratulated Luke and Tanya for the wedding, and dug out. That's a good thing to do because if you're not welcome somewhere, you should just leave. Well, Alex is pissed at Tanya because I told him everything after a cooling down period. I like the OP because she waited until everything is settled down to tell him, so that's nice. Tanya is pissed at me for leaving early.
Audacity.
Parents seem to be mad at me for refusing to socialize. I haven't told them anything. Duke apologized to me but is otherwise staying out of it. The whole family is kind of in a fight now. I feel like it's my fault because I left early, but I don't even know how anyone noticed with how many people were there. I honestly figured I wouldn't be missed. I was just honestly really uncomfortable and really didn't want to be there anymore. But I guess it was a wedding and maybe I should have just sucked it up. Am I the asshole? No. Tanya is the asshole. Yeah. She was so jealous. I can just see it from the screen. Oh, she added more. Wait. I texted Tanya and she finally replied to me. So I guess I have a sort of update. She thinks I upstaged her on purpose. When I came by early before the reception to bring some snacks and help carpool people down the road as planned, some people commented on my hair and me generally looking nicer than they're used to. It's a wedding, girl. You will look nice. You don't have to explain yourself. Luke said he had no idea my hair was curly and that it looked nice. That's a general compliment. Parents said I looked nice. You looked nice. I also saying it. I guess that set Tanya off, and that's why everything happened the way it did. Tanya is jealous, okay? She is. I'll share her message.
You get all done up for my wedding, and obviously people noticed. My husband noticed, and this is my wedding. Not the time to be Cinderella. I shouldn't have to even explain that. Please, back off for a bit this time. This time is for me and my husband.
I want to clarify. Up now, this is like me, OP, Tanya. No, me, OP. I want to clarify that I wore a really simple dress that Tanya approved beforehand, and I didn't go crazy with my makeup or anything. Just try to look nice for a special event. So I guess that's that. I don't think either of them are on Reddit, so hopefully they don't see it. Tanya is unhinged and jealous. Like, if she already approved, then what's the big deal? And like this OP said, uh, before the actual wedding, Tanya asked her to be with her for some pictures and all that. So she's obviously in the pictures. If you don't want her to be in the wedding pictures, thinking that it's uncertain about the future, like her future with Alex, and a random ex-girlfriend will be in the photographs, then just why did you ask her to be in the before pictures? You know what I mean? Uh, I don't like her. Tanya. This Tanya. I have a friend named Tanya. She's cute. I like her. This Tanya I hate. Okay. So moving on to the third one, the last one. It is quite simple, I may say, not that unhinged, but is she the asshole? I forgot if it's a she or he. Is he the asshole? So, am I the asshole for telling my best friend that I wouldn't read the chapter she wrote because dot 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 dot. Let's see. Around a month or two ago, I had an urge to write a multi-chapter story for the first time. I am by no means a good writer, but I was proud of the chapters I did. My best friend of almost 10 years agreed to peer review it. She agreed it. But when I sent the chapters to her, she said,
Bro, I'll be honest, I'm not reading all that. You sent me like an essay.
I accepted that, but was disappointed. Obviously, she'll be disappointed because I would be disappointed if my brother said, like, I'm not reading all that shit. Like, it's sad, obviously. Fast forward 2 months. She said she wrote a chapter and was proud of it for her story. She asked me to read it. Takes a turn. I happily would have read it if she read my chapters back then. I told her my reason, and she's saying that it's a big difference and that her chapter that she sent is half the length of what I wrote for a chapter. It's not different, it's the same thing. I was disappointed and shocked. Was this what they call a double standard or hypocrisy? Yes, it's what double standards and hypocrisy is called. Don't get me wrong, I love my best friend. Platonically for those confused. But I'm very confused on how to act. Edit. The chapter I sent her was 500 words long and I ended up deleting the entire fic out of self-doubt anyways. That's sad, and your best friend is wrong for that because if it's a 500 word chapter, then it will only take her like 10 minutes at most to read that. She can't take out 10 minutes of her time to read it. Oh, second edit. We worked it out. Thank you for all the support. Girl, stop working things out. I'm glad it worked out. Sound like a bitch. Someone wrote, it's very hypocritical of them to refuse to read yours and then turn around and want you to read theirs. Especially because if she's a writer like you, then she realizes the significance and importance of it. Exactly. Like, she should know it's really important to you for her to read it. And it's not about approval and all that, it's about support. Even if she don't like the story, she can, give her critiques on it and it will help you improve. Not a good friend, but I'm glad it worked out at the end. So you're not the asset for it. She might be a bit. I don't know, but yeah. That's it for this episode. episode. Wow, it's like I'm doing a series. Should I do a series? I think I will because this is very interesting. I like to judge people like this and in real life sometimes. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye. This is very Stephanie, so I'm not this guy. I'll just say, I hope you like this video and I'll do more of it with my friend. So, bye bye. I'll see you next time. Oh, and if you have any story, please WhatsApp or Instagram me. I love you. Or comment it. I will read it out. Okay? Bye bye. अभी धूप अच्छा 10 मिनट बचा 10 मिनट एक 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 शूट करना है ना ऐसे करता है प्लीज 10 मिनट बचा नहीं धूप अच्छा नहीं अच्छा दिख रहा है रियलिटी क्या वैसे लिपस्टिक 10 मिनट बचा